Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Noct and this is Trigger. So, we are at day 6 and we have 1 week to solve the crime, so it's time to look back and see what we are missing. So, I made this little board. Let's see. So we know Caleb is dead. That's for sure. And after our 6 days of godhood, or what should I call it, we know some connections now and some secrets buried here. So, let's see our suspects. We met all of these people, but not everyone is a valid suspect here. So the first suspect was Pam. Or Pen. Was it Pam or Pen? I always forget his name. Anyway, he seemed to be suspicious, but now we know that Calliope went to the reliquary and Pen got her the key for that. Which means Pen had no reason to kill her, most likely. In fact, she was working with Pen on something. With Pen, we had a connection to Asterion, I think that was his name, the Minotaur. We know that the only connection between them is a favor. Help with his love life. In exchange, Pen gets a book from the reliquary. Hecate has nothing to do with Calliope, didn't even meet her or anything. Simply knew about the fact that she will die, which happened way too soon. And based on her, we know that this means someone powerful must have done this. Must have done this murder. Which excludes Medusa from our suspects. Yes, she is connected to Calliope by stalking her for Athene, to make sure that she won't do anything what would jeopardize the gods. We know that they, Asterion and Medusa met. They encountered each other and neither of them actually said anything bad about the other one. Asterion simply said that Medusa was chasing her, but never said why. While Medusa told us that she was just trying to keep up with her. Again, the story adds up, and based on Hecate's information, it can't be either of these, because they are not powerful enough to change the fate itself. We know from Medusa that Athena does not know that she was even at the reliquary, which means it was this whole thing wasn't on Athena's order, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't Athena who did it. Athena has power. She is the leader of the chorus after all. She had frequent conflicts with Calliope, and we learned that Calliope wants the idols to go public, while Athena wants them to stay in the shadows, which is a pretty major conflict of interest, and it gives a motive for Athena to kill Calliope. Alright. Next on the agenda, oh yeah, and the whole fact that Athena tried to very quickly deal with this whole trial. Like, we learned last episode that after a while the veil is lifted and we get back Calliope's memories, which means we could answer who the fuck killed us sooner or later. So it makes no sense to try to quickly get done with this whole trial and kill us. Except if she tries to hide something. Maybe the fact that she was the one who stabbed Calliope. Maybe. Okay, next one. Aphrodite. We know that Calliope met to her at the night of the murder. They met and we knew that Calliope lost the key accidentally, but then got it back. Or at least dropped the key or something like that. And that's how we know the key is from Pam, because Calliope mentioned that Pam would not be happy if the key would be lost. Next on the agenda is Eros. Eros has literally zero connection to Calliope. We didn't have a single hint that he would have anything to do with this whole ordeal. Nothing. Nada. Which makes him not a suspect. And he only tries to help Aphrodite, and Aphrodite had no reason to hurt Calliope. So, that only leaves us Persephone and Apollo at this point. Persephone seemed to be very broken about Calliope's death, and we know that she offered housing for Calliope, and seems like she did not have any conflict with Calliope herself. So we are lacking the motive here to kill her. With a murder, we always must have a motive. There must have been some reason why a god decided to kill her. But with Persephone, we lack the motive. She is cold, she's an asshole, but she has no reason to kill her, which is a problem, at least for our investigation. Or good, because at least she couldn't have done it. Next one, Apollo. Apollo is a hard one. I keep thinking that maybe he did it, but then, based on his actions, I lose my suspicion. But then he always does something what makes him into almost as big of a suspect as Athena herself. We know that they have personal history because he was the first one who she met when she escaped Hades, and so she especially hates him. Thanks to that, anything what she says about him, we can't take at face value. There's just way too much bad blood here. But what facts we found and what we saw from him and heard from him that we can take. We found him in Calliope's apartment, feeling sad, obviously, grieving, or maybe even guilt. Who knows? We know he's hiding something because he had that whole thing in the last song we had, in that bromance song, or I don't know what one it to be, had a line along the lines of only if she would know. So only if Grace would know the truth of something. What is he talking about? Is it maybe the fact that he potentially killed Calliope? Or is it something else? Is it something completely disconnected from this whole case? I don't know. But he's powerful. I think Apollo, based on mythology, is the son of Zeus. Which means he must have quite some power as well, especially because he's the god of prophecies. So, who else would be better to reiterate the flow of time and fates, if not the god of prophecies himself? And we know that he stopped the trial, which kind of contradicts my suspicion that he would be the one. But I was thinking about it, and maybe, just maybe, he actually stopped the trial. So, well, not even as for an ulterior motive, but what if he did it out of sheer guilt? He did not want someone innocent die because of his crimes. So yeah. Right now we have two prime suspects, Athena and Apollo. This episode I think we'll find the last piece of the puzzle, but we'll finally establish which one of them did it. At least that's what I'm hoping for, but who knows? I was wrong before, I might be wrong once again. Let's do this. Okay. Time to head back home. Let's talk to Apollo first, maybe we can. Hi. Did you kill her?
Hello again. I can't remember the last time I had guests so frequently. I did tell you we could discuss your memories and the Eidolon more in depth after the party. Did you have any questions, or?
Yes, I do have quite some questions.
How many times have you died? Can I ask that?
Well, we call it passing on, meeting the Eidolon, and it's fine. I've passed on 12 times that I can recall.
So your name isn't really Apollo?
Most recently it was Lucas. Everyone Lucas ever knew is gone, however, so these days I prefer Apollo again.
Lucas? Seems weird to think of you as a Lucas.
It was weird for him, too. Much like yourself, Lucas becoming Apollo was somewhat of a surprise.
Sounds like there's a story there.
Tell me about Lucas.
Tell me about this Lucas. How did he become you? Or is it how you became Apollo?
Apollo had taken to surfing. He left the city without permission and roamed the coast looking for... Well, I'm not sure now. Whatever it was, he found it one night when a giant wave took him down. He was drowning, and I thought, this is finally it. But it wasn't. Lucas saw Apollo struggling and swam out to save him. He pulled us ashore, but it was too late. It took a long time to realize what happened. I didn't return to the city until years later, By then, everyone thought I was Apollo's chosen successor.
So no trial for you, huh?
It wasn't easy at first, without memories or anyone to guide me, but no, nothing like that.
Huh.
Wait, what would have happened if Lucas hadn't tried to rescue you? What if no one was there when you...
When I died, then the Eidolon of Apollo's line would have ended forever, I think.
You think?
There have been stories about Eidolons that survive for a time and go wandering. That's probably all they are, though. Stories. It's not something we've had much opportunity to study, but normally death without passing on is how an idol really dies. Forever.
Wait, so do you even know if they die? They might be just actually wandering. The stories might be true, or maybe they're trapped somewhere, and they just need to free them so they can come back.
When all these memories start to return, will I feel different?
Well, let's see. It starts as dreams you'll have of places you've never been, people you've never met, fleeting images, feelings. Then they'll appear while you're awake. You'll be eating breakfast and suddenly recall when you last ate something similar in the 17th century. The only difficult part is that eventually it can be hard to differentiate between your life and all those other lives. They blend together.
It does sound confusing.
Yeah.
A little, yeah. And not all the memories will be good ones. It can take time to process.
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your life from the others. How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Grace, would you say that who you are is at least in part due to your experiences?
I guess so, sure.
Well, you'll have a lot more experiences. They won't feel like someone else's either. It will feel like you did all those things. They will shape who you are now, just as they shaped Calliope and all those who came before her. The good news is, you won't get all the memories. Each time we pass on, the older memories fade.
Wait, what? That doesn't add up. So wait. Can't just Aphrodite keep passing on over and over and over again until the memories about the war just fade? Oh, then again, it was very recently. Early. At first, when they were talking about the war, it seemed like that it was a distancing, but then I actually forgot to comment on this after the song, but when they were showing the happenings, there were nukes on one of those glass windows. So it was the Second World War, what they were talking about. Most likely. So yeah, that would take quite some passing on then. Way too recent.
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
We're many thousands of years old, Grace. If all of those memories returned with perfect clarity, you'd drown in them.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Tell me, how much do you remember from when you were a small child?
Exactly.
Bits and pieces, I guess. Not much.
It's the same for us. The further I try to think back, the more blurry it becomes. I remember the important bits, but little else. Some of the really old memories. There's so many mortal stories that get mixed up with them, things my previous selves learned as legends. It becomes hard to tell. It takes time, Grace. You'll remember all the lives you've led, but at a pace you can handle, and nothing more.
Alright, that's not too bad then.
It's a lot to consider. Assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
Hopefully this eases whatever concerns you might have had. Anything else you'd like to discuss while you're here?
Ooh, yes. What happened to the other muses?
What happened to the other muses? You mentioned 2 others. Were they lost in the war?
Cleo perished centuries before. The victim of an obsessed writer she'd spurned. He kept her in a cage as his personal muse.
Ugh, that's pretty dark.
It is.
It was. By the time we found her, she was already... Well, it's enough to say her captor didn't survive her for long. Talia, however, was lost to us on the very last day of the war. We were about to leave on the ship, but she just never showed up.
Do you know what happened to her?
We never found out. I worried for years, even hired people to look, but as far as I can tell, she up and vanished into smoke that day. The war had ground her down. I was upset, but not surprised.
Interesting.
Tell me more about the war. It seems to have had a huge effect on all of you.
I don't think we would have left the old world otherwise. It was home.
From Aphrodite's song, I know Ares betrayed everyone. What did you do?
I caused it.
What?
I foresaw what was going to happen, so I tried to prevent it. I told Ares. I figured if the god of war couldn't stop what was to come, then...
And that's why he betrayed everyone.
He decided the idols were a lost cause. Because I told him we were.
Okay, and that's what I meant when I said that the final piece of the puzzle. We knew he has a secret. And now, we know what is the secret. He caused all of that shit. Which means that's why he is so miserable about himself, in fact. And not because of the guilt of Calliope, most likely, but the guilt of the war, and so many of them lost. Like, that's why he doesn't like to go to Aphrodite's parties either. Aphrodite went through all that shit because of him. Alright.
Surely it could have happened anyhow. It was a big war. The biggest.
Perhaps. We'll never know, will we? My time afterwards was spent helping the survivors, keeping us on the move. If Hephaestus hadn't intervened, we would have all been captured.
And he's...
Oh, gone now, we assume, like so many others. We are nothing more than refugees from a war long over, Grace.
But yeah, this means our only proper suspect now is Athena. But we have no evidence of that. This will be hard.
Was it hard for the idols to come to the new world? It's just a place like any other, isn't it?
I don't think it was the place so much as the condition we were in. Shell-shocked, one might say. Our entire world had been turned upside down. Suddenly, we had rules. Secrecy was paramount, and no one was permitted to leave the city. Some, like my sister Artemis, couldn't abide it.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Goddess of the hunt. And a wild thing herself. She left, I think. Faded away without a word. As many did in the early days here. Later, Athena became even more strict. For our own good, of course, but it hasn't been easy. This city has never felt like home, so much as a temporary shelter.
That's all for now.
That's all I can think of for now. I'll see you around.
Of course. I look forward to it.
Alright, we got shit of answers here to quite some questions. And now I feel like we can finally cross him out from the suspects. At least for now. Which means only Athena has the motive to kill Calliope. But how can we find evidence for this? How can we bust her? If it was really her. I have no idea. Okay, so let's see. Grace's apartment. Oh, Freddy! We have gossip to do. Oh, Hermes?
Hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
I thought
That's
about
my
Hermes.
name. Where's Freddy?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
You know Freddy?
What, you and Freddy are friends now? When did this happen?
When I came looking for you, Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends? Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Is this what you do?
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere, just like that. So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
Wait. Wait. He can connect 2 doorways from anywhere. What if that's how Athena killed Calliope without anyone noticing that she even entered the place or anything? Use Hermes somehow. Oh my god. Use Hermes' ability, went to the reliquary, stabbed Calliope, and potentially because of what Calliope was looking for in the reliquary. Calliope was running, Athena bailed quickly through the door what Hermes created for her. And that's what happened. Okay, we are getting somewhere. We have a potential way of the murder. That's good.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
Alright. Interesting that Athena wants to talk to us, by the way. Like, is it because we are getting close, or is it because the trial is getting close? We will see. Hopefully, she won't contradict my theory.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
Alright. That's weird.
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
Exactly what I just said. She goes to the reliquary. None of the gods do. Only her. That is very suspicious. Everything is adding up. And that whole thing what Apollo just said. Well, not Apollo just said, but Apollo usually says that her owl are the eyes and she sees everything always. Which means, if this has some level of truth to it, then she knows we are innocent. She still wanted to get us killed. And she must have known about Calliope being in the reliquary then. She must have known about all that thing. Medusa, everything. If it's true what Apollo is stating. But then again, it could be just over dramatization from our God of Prophecies. Who knows? Let's see what she wants.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Yes? Say it.
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks, I guess.
Hermes, Noctastrum was Athena the reliquary the last time. You must have made the door every time, because if she never enters the mortal world, the opening is in the mortal world. Ooh! We have a second trait! This grace with soul and charisma. She tries to do the right thing and everyone likes her more for it. Sometimes you need to think your way out of the problem. Yeah, I need to be smart.
There you are, Grace. Do have a seat.
Oh, Athena, I know you were the one.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
You know what happened there.
But you know what happened there. That's where Calliope was attacked.
Yet it's not where she died, Grace, is it?
So because she made it all the way to my apartment, we shouldn't care why she was bleeding to death along the way.
You think our judgment was rash? It was. In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
You care. About me? That's a laugh. You sit up here in your tower and whatever humanity you might have once had, whatever wisdom, it's eroded away to nothing. The only thing you care about is making sure it doesn't all shatter. Not on your watch.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether.
That's what happened to him.
Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered. And by one of our own. The list goes on.
Your point?
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean, our immortality is disappearing.
What?
Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
You know, it's too bad. I've been an idol for 5 minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
Perfect. Who can access the reliquary?
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Doesn't matter, you gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
Oh my fucking god. She is dodging my question. She does not want to give me an answer because then I will know that she was at the reliquary. It is her. I fucking figured it out. Same way Calliope got it.
The same person gave it to me, who gave it to Calliope.
And who gave it to Calliope then?
I won't tell you.
I see.
You went to the reliquary, right?
Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew. Perhaps the incidents are connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
I understand your bullshit politics talk. I fucking understand it. You are trying so hard to not do any direct statement because then that could jeopardize your actual stance. What actually happened there. I fucking see through that shit. So Medusa.
Alright, let's talk about Medusa.
Met her, have you?
Yep. Why does she work for you?
I just have to know why. Of all the people you could have working for you, why her?
We could have left her behind. I elected to bring her because, in the end, she is my responsibility. But Medusa didn't want charity. She volunteered to work in my service. It's trying at times. Now, if there isn't anything else...
You're trying to make yourself into the victim here. Medusa is the one who was cursed by you, and you refuse to uncurse her.
What do you know of Pan?
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan lurks at the edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Is he a killer?
Okay, so you don't like Pan much. I get that. But do you think he could kill someone?
We've all killed, my dear. I was once a warrior queen, feared by mortals and gods alike.
Another idol, I mean.
Is that where your investigation has led you? To Pan?
Nope. I'm missing something.
Sort of, but I feel like I'm missing something important. Maybe the goddess of wisdom could help me out?
It would be helpful to know what Calliope was doing at the reliquary, but she's not available to ask. Not until you regain her memories, at least.
Exactly.
Why not put off the trial until then? Seems like a good way to solve all this. Yeah?
Exactly.
And trust what you decide to share? I think not.
Fuck you.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
Again, she did not answer the question. She dodged again. Oh my god, Athena. You dirty piece of shit.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Athena has always struggled in a crisis.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it.
Remember, she was a warrior. When pressed, she's always turned to that aspect, sought to maintain absolute control. It'd be hypocritical to say it's wrong of her. She's battled for me as much as for anyone.
Do you think she's telling the truth? About the idols dying out?
Yes, though I find it odd she chose to tell you.
Exactly.
Maybe Athena thought, who'd believe Grace if she blabbed about it anyway?
Sadly, while I'd prefer to stay in her good graces, I doubt that will be possible.
Uh-oh, what now?
You may not like this, but you need to go back to the reliquary.
You know, Athena said something to me. That it'd be nice to know what Calliope was doing there in the first place.
As usual, you're way ahead of me.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
That's a really good question.
Remember how I told you it'd be years before you got Calliope's memories back? Well, it's true, but not entirely.
Is there a relic?
Okay.
Those memories are inside you. You go somewhere important to Calliope or touch something special to her, you will get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
Yes.
Whatever happened to Calliope there, it ended her life. All we need to do is uncover those memories.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
Okay. Do you want to ask Athena for permission?
It just seems like a radical step. For you.
A week ago, I would have said that breaking into the reliquary couldn't be done. A week ago, I couldn't have imagined being here. My stance on a lot of things has changed. If you have another idea, however, I'm happy to go along with it.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then the alarms bring Asterion and Hecate, and all three of us do a great deal of apologizing.
Let's just hope that's all those alarms do.
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
Am I sure? No. No, I'm not.
Oh, that's comforting.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Oh, well, do you have a way we could look into those things without encountering even more lies?
Exactly.
Deja vu it is.
Let's say I do this. What am I hoping to find?
Some memory of what happened to Calliope, even a flash. Anything that gives us something to work with.
And if that doesn't happen?
Make it happen, Grace. As if your life depends on it.
I can really see why the idols call you the cheery one.
I'm sorry, but why is she here again?
Is there really no other way? This seems a bit desperate.
I think that's kind of the point, Grace.
There isn't much time left, and I'm out of ideas that won't take more time than we have.
Well, there's always running, right? Grace leaves the city, goes on a world tour, becomes rich and famous. It's just me. Okay then.
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I
What are you doing?
can't go into the reliquary with you. Not without tipping off Hecate. But I won't be far. If I get the slightest sense that something has gone wrong, I am coming in. Still, promise me you won't take risks.
I can't do that.
Well, this whole thing is a risk, isn't it?
Don't remind me.
Ugh, can we just get on with this already?
Alright, back to the reliquary we go. Be honest with Hecate. Freddy distracts Hecate or sneak in the back way. Let's try to sneak in. We need to
Wait,
retrace
are
the
you
steps.
sure this is right? Was that the right door?
You're asking me like I'm supposed to know?
It just feels like we're back outside again. Maybe that was some kind of portal or...
Oh,
Or maybe we're right where we're supposed to be.
Careful.
Then we should be careful. Remember what the Minotaur said? Alarms. Magical defenses.
None of which killed Calliope, we think. But sure, I hear you.
How do we avoid getting lost? It's like a labyrinth.
Oh, it is a labyrinth, but I've never had any trouble finding my way around.
Hi.
Hey, easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, no need to freak out. I'm a guardian, sure, but I'm not a monster. But, yeah, you know you're not supposed to be in here, right?
Yeah. Do us a favor.
I seem to recall that we did you a huge favor the last time we were here.
Yeah, for Pan, but I already...
Yeah, we hooked you up with Hecate, and she is way out of your league, dude.
I know, but...
So you couldn't make an exception just this one little time? Hecate doesn't need to know.
I need to bring you back to Kate. I'm so sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no. Hey, come back! Oi, come back!
Okay. I don't hear anything. I think I'm all right. I hope Freddy's okay. She better be. First things first, how do I do this? Where do I even start?
This place is huge.
Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just... focus.
Maybe fuse your power? Oh.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
Poseidon's trident. Which one could it be? Or can I check all of them? Let's check the skull first.
I don't even know what language that is.
Okay, that's connected to Icarus based on the wing. That's Poseidon's.
Is this an armory, too?
Egg.
I don't get any feeling from that. Will I know it when I see it?
Branch, maybe.
They should really charge for tours. It's kind of amazing.
Oh, the mirror only appeared now, so it is the mirror.
What did Freddy say about mazes? Was it always go left? Or go left and then go right? Is that a weapon? A musical instrument? Maybe it's both.
Could be.
Freddy, are you out there? Can you hear me? What am I doing? All that'll do is tell everyone where I am.
Exactly. Stop doing that.
Shouldn't that be in a museum somewhere?
Well, this is a museum, in a way.
This is it. Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she... Uh-oh.
Are these the fates?
Hello? Do you work for Hecate? Are you guardians or something?
Oh no.
Okay then.
Oh no. What do you expect the song to do here?
What's happening? Why didn't it work?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh! Grace? Freddy! We've got to run! My powers don't work on them, they just keep coming!
I really hope Freddy won't die. Freddy, what are you doing? Are you crazy?
No, I won't let you.
What?
Freddy!
They are leaving. They needed blood. What?
Oh god. Oh god, Freddy!
Oh no. Oh, Grace.
You summoned the Furies. What? Those beings were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here? I didn't! There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it! There was only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
What?
I don't care what brought them. They killed Freddy. You need to help her. I have no power over life and death, Grace. None of us have that. This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do. You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price. Apollo, there has to be something we can do.
Grace. I'm so sorry.
No, it's not right.
We have to leave. We have to leave now.
Holy shit. For fuck's sake. That should have not happened. Was it because of my choices? Because I let her get too invested in this? Fuck. X3. Okay, anyway, in that case, that was all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and we'll continue from here in X3 next time. Bye.